Hi there, my name is Jeff Gadet. I am from Toronto, Canada. I am 38 years of age. I've been coming to ColCom for over 2 years now. I had a couple friends that were actually come here for language exchange partners. I wanted to improve my Korean so it could help me better myself in the entertainment field in South Korea because I have the goal of someday being on Korean television. So that's why I first started coming here. Let's talk about cell phones. Okay. Question 1. Are there any important features on your cell phone? As well, are there any features on your cell phone that you don't need? Cell phones are now smartphones, so they have many features. For me, the major functions that I use and features would be for Kakao messages. So I need an MSN Messenger app, as well as I use it very often for YouTube, watching streaming content, playing games. What is important to me, I would say also, are the clock functions. These days, I do not have a watch, so I use my phone very often to tell the time, as well as even an alarm clock, so I can actually wake myself up. Functions that are not important, I don't really use a lot of the pre-installed functions on my cell phone. The Samsung or LG content for messaging, I'd rather use third-party things because that's more popular with foreigners than the average Korean ones, as well as a lot of Korean functions on cell phones require personal information which is not set up for foreigners to use. What does cellular mean in cellular phone? Cellular to me means that it's all digital in a way. It uses cellular broadcasting to send digital messages, not just analog messages, but mathematical equations to cellular towers. So it's more than just being able to transmit your voice or pictures. It's also you're able to transmit data and information. So if your phone has a file on it, you're able to forward it towards someone else, and they could even put it onto their computer. So I guess cellular, to me, in cellular phone means that a digital network that your phone is now connected to. Question 3. Would it be a big problem if your cell is lost or stolen? Phone in the wrong pocket, I feel that I look for it and I start to panic, thinking that I've lost it or misplaced it. Really, my phone is connected to my day-to-day life. Without it, I'm not able to contact people. I'm not able to find out information. As well, it is a very big hassle to replace it, as well as very expensive. I do have an experience a few years ago. I had lost 3 phones in 1 month. That was very stressful for me because I had to constantly update my social network about my number changing. As well, I had to pay lots of money for the replacements of this. I think, yes, it is a very big problem if it's stolen. Question 4. How often do you turn your cell phone off? I often try to keep it fully charged. It's more of a personal thing. I think that the minute that my cell phone does die, I am disconnected from reality. People are not able to get to me in those brief moments where my cell phone is dead. I might lose vital contact and information. As well, personally, I am an entertainer, so I need, if an opportunity does arise for an acting gig or a modeling job, Usually these types of jobs are first come, first serve. If I don't have access to my phone and respond as quick as possible to an agent, then that's an opportunity that I lose. So that's why I keep my phone constantly on at all times. The only time I would have it turned off was if I am on one of these shootings and I need complete silence. I will turn my cell phone off. Obviously, I'm more focused on something at that time. Question number 5. Which cell phone maker is the best? The top 2 Korean brands, Samsung and LG, are the best for this digital network. Being both Korean brands, they're able to customize their product towards the Korean market, as well as use all the facilities and functions that are available. An example, long ago, there was DMB Video. This was a telephone TV streaming options that was only available in Korea. So I would be on the subway and see many gentlemen watching baseball games or university students watching live game streaming using the DMV function. This is something that's not available on Apple. Apple is designed more for an international customer base, so they don't actually have specialized functions for each individual country that they enter into. So as well, personally, I think Samsung is better. Question number 6. Can people use their cell phones while they are driving in your country? Why not? Why do you think it is illegal? In Canada, in Toronto, the province of Ontario, it is illegal to use your phone, and it is actually very heavily fined. A friend of mine was just using her phone for a brief second to tell the caller on the other line that they couldn't respond, and a police officer did catch her. Now, this person, my friend, had to pay, the fine was $600. They lost 3 points on their license, which affects their insurance, as well as their license was suspended for 3 days. Really, cell phone use while driving is a big danger to all the people around. Even those brief moments of distraction could end up being fatal to someone else around. So I think while someone is driving, they should be focused on the road and the steering wheel at all times, and not focusing on what someone has updated on their Instagram. So yes, I agree that it should be illegal in all countries. Driving while using your phone is a big no-no. Question number 7. Do you get annoyed with other cell phone users? Personally, I think I've become accustomed to everyone around me being cell phone users, even just friends just updating, checking their Kakao Messenger while we're talking for a brief seconds, or just clearing their screen. As I've become kind of accustomed, so there isn't a large annoyance to this as well. Yeah, so I think the environment that you're more accustomed to causes your tolerance to other cell phone users around you to go down or go up. And so, yeah, I think because I live in South Korea now, it is a very digital rich country, and everyone who has a phone, I don't even notice the usage of phones around me by other people. Question number 8. Are you worried about brain damage from using a cell phone? Am I worried about brain damage from using a cell phone? Not really. I think some of these studies are just generated without actual full investigation and proof on the harmful harmful fields that a cell phone can use, as well as when the technology advances more and more, different frequencies and different, phone waves are used that can be that are less sensitive to, that people are not as sensitive to these days. Maybe 20 years ago, there might have been cell phones that were using harmful phone waves that could influence someone and might have possibly accelerated brain damage, but this doesn't exist anymore. Question number 9. How do you feel if you leave the house without your cell phone? I went over this. I usually have my phone on me at all times. I keep it in my left front pocket. If I do leave my phone without my house, if I do leave my house without my phone, I get this sensation of phantom phone. I think that I can feel my phone in my pocket, but then when I go to reach for it with my hand, suddenly I realize that it's not there. So I quickly panic and remember where I had left it, either charge it at home or accidentally in an old pair of pants. And that would cause me then to quickly return home because I've made a mistake. But yeah, I really panic. I always feel, like the feeling of a phantom phone in my pocket at all time because this is where I usually keep it. I panic once I realize I left my home without my cell phone. Question number 10. Do you think that call and rental charges for cell phones are reasonable? Currently, the phone that I'm using is unlimited calling and unlimited messages. Maybe every month I speak using the calling option on my phone, maybe about 10 minutes, and I send about 30 messages in a month. This is unlimited. I could use it as much as I want, but these days, even with messengers like Line and Kakao Talk, or even the WhatsApp app, you're able to send messages internationally using a Wi-Fi or a data plan. As well, my data plan currently is, I start off at 15 gigabytes at the fast speed, which is probably high 4G. Then after those 15 gigabytes are used, then my phone slows down to 3G for the rest of the month. Still, living in Korea, that is perfectly suitable. I'm able to stream all my YouTube videos and download content very quickly. So I think that this is very reasonable. When I hear stories of other people in North America, they pay roughly the same amount of money that I do for phone rental and data charges, but they get maybe a quarter of the speed and the quarter of the data that I would. So I'm very happy with the data plans that are available in South Korea.